everyone, my name is mcpeachpies and welcome back to episode 42 of the Existence Podcast. Today I'm joined by ItsPurpleJay, Yoglington, Okie, and MC. All of us have just completed the 4th Reunion UHC, which has been an absolutely awesome time, and now we're here on the Project New Dawn server, our latest project server that we will talk a little bit about in a moment. But yeah, how are we all? How are we all feeling after the UHC? Feeling good?
Yeah, pretty good. It was very fun.
It was very fun.
It was a good time. Well, it was a lot of fun for you, particularly Yog, because you won. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats.
But yeah, so we had I think we had 12 people in the end,
Yes.
which is always good. So we had all sorts of people from the legacy of, well, we call it the legacy era of existence, which was our season 1, 2, and 3 YouTube series, before we moved on to the community server kind of era. So yeah, it was really great. We try to do it every 2 years. Just bring everyone together and just hang out and see how bad we all are at PvP. And it was interesting playing with like people like ISO, who hasn't really played Minecraft in the past like 4 years. So just finding out all the new stuff. But Yog, as our grand victor, how does it feel to be the winner?
It feels amazing. I would never have thought I would be able to win something like that.
Thanks, MC, for crafty crafters crafting crafters.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you did. Should we run a little should we go around and recap our adventures? Yog, how did you start off, and who did you end up teaming with? Galaxy.
Yeah, I was the first. I found Galaxy in the forest, and you were the first team to, I guess, be a team. I spawned in a pretty simple little forest, found a rune portal with lots of gold from the start, so that's quite nice.
Oh, that is helpful.
And then I found myself in a dark desert, wanting to hit on the ground so I didn't die. There was some scary moments, I'm not gonna lie, but it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, so the main thing we should probably mention, so we played we nicknamed it the game mode for this UHC, It Takes Two, based on a very good game, highly recommend. But yeah, it was kind of the idea was we all started off alone and spread around the world, and then the first person you find automatically be teamed with, and then subsequently onwards, if you don't have anybody else on the team with you, and you find somebody else who doesn't have a team, then you can team with them. So there's a few moments, where, especially near the end, where you'd have two teams crossing paths, and then if one person died, then they can team with somebody else if they're alone as well. So yeah, you and Galaxy did well until you found, was it Kyle and I were the first people you found?
Yeah, it was. And then we ran around you, chasing you on the donkey. That was fun.
Yes, which I'll explain how that came to be when we get round to me. But yes, and then it came down to yourself and Kaney, which was an interesting battle. All of us spectating were going absolutely nuts.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was loud. I couldn't tell who people were kind of like rooting for as well. It was kind of like, obviously, like you had full diamond at that point. But Kaney was kind of the underdog, I suppose. Oh, thank you. I got some cooked rabbit. Thanks, Okie. But, yeah, oh well. So, so Jay streamed it. Okie streamed it. Okie, can you still upload Twitch streams to YouTube? Is that still a thing?
I think so, but it has a lot of copyrighted music in it, so I don't think YouTube would like that.
Otherwise, we'll remember to link your Twitch replay somewhere. And then, I recorded it.
I also recorded.
Oh, did you? Oh,
good to know. I did as well.
Oh, sweet. Oh, heaps of people recorded this one.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna edit mine into like a highlight video, like I do with the other ones. But Yog and MC, what are you guys? Are you planning to edit it or just upload it as like a replay?
Yeah, I plan to edit it as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I
'Cause I
think
think
so
there's
as
lots
well.
of quiet where I'm just hoping no one hears me.
See, I spent
Spend
the
a lot
whole
of time
like,
talking to myself.
yeah, I was gonna say I also just spent like the first until I found someone. I was like just talking to myself continuously, hoping
Yeah,
that someone would hear
definitely.
me. But then I found ISO gravity. I went to spawn because I was like, well, I haven't found anyone. I'll go to spawn and then somebody will find me there. But then I found him. I couldn't hear him at all. My voice chat was being all weird. So I was like, I bet you I've probably heard people and not even, well, I wasn't able to hear them, but they're probably nearby. So I just don't know. But yeah, good time. Okie, how did because you end up teaming with Kaney reasonably, or you guys were the second team to form. How?
So-
Where'd you find each other?
Long story short, I started off in like this mountainous biome, and so I instantly went to go caving. I almost drowned.
Is that how you
And
got so low?
Yeah, I think I lost like 5 hearts to almost drowning because the border was super close to me. So I was
Oh my
trying to
gosh.
escape a cave.
I was gonna say
And
because you were on
then-
like half a heart for like almost the whole game.
Yeah, it was terrifying to say the least. But after I went caving, stumbled across Caney in a village whenever there were phantoms among us, and it was
Oh, the phantoms are ruthless.
Among Us.
Oh, I didn't see any phantoms the whole time.
We did at the very end, and I blamed Kyle, but apparently it was me because I'd been caving with Jake, and they swooped me on my horse. It was horrifying.
I'd picked up a bed, so I didn't get any swooping me.
But I was pretty good until I went caving. That's where I just kind of.
Mhm.
But yeah, you forget about it, especially after playing on New Dawn for so long.
Oh,
So one of
yeah.
the things with New Dawn worth mentioning is, we don't have natural mob spawning enabled. So you can kind of just chill outside at night with no worries. But yeah, and then Okie, we got to talk about your strat, that last strat.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh, it was
so
how did that work out? So I did my thing, which I'll talk about. But then, it was Yog and Jay. You guys were teamed. That's right. And then Okie and Kaney rocked up at spawn. Okie with half a heart. I'll let you tell the story, Okie.
So we were trying to make our way back from a cave that we were listening in on Jay speaking.
Oh, were you?
We were underneath you. And a baby zombie started chasing me around in the middle of the
No.
open. And so I got down to half heart and boxed myself in. And then I climbed atop the mountain and dumped an entire bucket of lava right on Jay's head.
It worked so well
Yep.
too.
It was so beautiful.
We were all watching it, and we
Everyone
were
was
like, "Oh my god,
watching.
Okie's going in like lava bucket, lava
Is he gonna
bucket."
do it?
And then, yeah, you got Jay. Jay, I think we were all watching you on like half a heart,
Yeah.
and I think you managed to
Dude.
just get to the water fountain until you burned to death.
Little clipped it and sent
Oh.
it to me.
How good?
So the lava bucket got placed. I heard it, didn't process it until I was in the lava, and then in trying to scramble out of it, I opened up the enchantment table that we had put down.
Oh
So
no!
I lost movement time.
No.
And then seriously, I was like half a block away from getting in the water.
Yeah, it was right on it.
It was so close.
I'll have to go watch the clip, but yeah, we've got a good recorded perspective.
Oh yeah.
That final battle was like it was. I will admit that what do we call it? The Battle of like Turtle Beach from UHC 3. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like what 3 teams of 3 converging at the same time, and then Kyle took out like a whole team on his own. That was crazy. But this one was just it felt so much more like personal, and it happened so quickly because everybody
It
was like
crazy because we were all separated, and then right at the end, everyone got teams, and then it just
Yeah.
all happened.
it all happened at once. Where did you go, MC? By the way, you're not at the
I
cheers
saw that
anymore.
there is a statue over by my shop.
But yeah, no, I think that's definitely a good like point. Yeah, everyone was all split and nobody teamed for so long. I was expecting people to team so much quicker. It was good though. I really enjoyed the game mode, but there is things I think like, I don't know, maybe reduce the distance that people get spread around the world so people are close together to begin with. But ACG also pointed out that because we use the same terrain as Project New Dawn with Terralith and Terratonic, which meant that like it was very easy for people to be basically at the same point but in completely different like locations just from the altitude alone.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun. I could see it working well with a lot more people too, potentially. But
yeah, like if we had a group the size of the second UHC.
Yeah, that was
on
like
that.
something like 30, like 24 people, like 20 people or something. It was double.
Wow,
It
I
was
didn't realize
heaps.
it was so different.
I think there were like 12 teams, if I remember.
It was
correctly.
crazy,
It
yeah.
was insane.
Wow.
That was a good UHC. I have to go back and watch those replays. Always good to revisit them. But yeah, no, this final battle was it happened so quickly and was like because of the team mechanic, like people were switching around and swapping teams, and like your teammate dies and then their teammate dies, but now you guys are teamed even though you're just fighting each other. It was it made it for a very interesting time. MC, you didn't team for a while, but you found ACG.
Yeah, I got so lucky because I was so low like the whole time.
Hmm.
And then
You
ACG
were.
comes in clutch. I think they'd been to the end city or the ancient city, and they had a bunch of regen potions and golden apples.
Hmm.
So then we healed up. But I spawned right next to a tavern, so I
Yeah,
had
that
a bunch of
helps.
stuff early. I traded for an iron axe
Oh, handy.
straight away. And just, didn't find anyone. And then I was down a bunch of health and I was just mining and finding nothing.
Yeah, mining is
Eventually got
it's
some
interesting with this
diamonds.
terrain.
Yeah. And then I went to the nether and got some gold and healed up.
Yeah, you and I think TC
Was it
maybe.
ISO?
No, ISO didn't go to the nether.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't many people.
I think it was only two. Me
Yeah,
and someone else.
but no, that was a
Um,
good move.
Yeah, but then I had no apples, so I had to go up.
Oh yeah, that's always a problem. See,
Yeah.
ISO and I, we found gold and managed to have 2 apples each, and found heaps of diamonds, but we had no lava. So we had to go back
Yeah.
up looking for lava, and that's where Kyle got us.
Right, yeah.
But I spawned literally in the corner of the world. I could see both corners of the world border. And it was in like a jungle area next to a huge mountain with heaps of iron. So I got just iron straight off the bat.
Mm,
And then I found a
That's
village
good.
right next door that had heaps more iron. So I had full iron tools and armor almost straight away. And then I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, I could go caving, but I know I'm really close to the border. So I just headed in until I got to spawn. Well, I found a horse, got a saddle from a tavern. Found a ruined portal, couldn't find a chest, which was annoying because gold would have been good.
Oh.
And then took suffocation damage on my horse, which was annoying.
Oh,
Until I got to spawn and found ISO eventually. And then ISO got absolutely obliterated by Kyle. And then Kyle was like about to kill me, and I was like, wait, we can team. So we teamed up. And then Galaxy and Yog showed up.
Yeah.
I think
And then
Kyle
we showed
died.
up.
Yeah, Kyle
Me and
died.
ACG.
Yeah, you guys showed up, and then I let you guys kind of fight around for a bit until Galaxy died from you guys, I think. And then Yog tried to kill me, and I was like, wait, Galaxy's dead, we can team. Then Jay showed up, just peeking around the corner, and at this point, my horse had been burned and died. I'd taken Kyle's donkey, which we had got, and I was on one health. So what I feel was I was saying to Yog and TC as well. I teamed with TC very briefly as well. That's right. I didn't feel like I deserved to make it that far in the game. I'd done nothing. I had helped in no way. So I sacrificed myself to Jay, gave him my gear, and let him kill me so he could team with Yog. Which I still think was the right thing to do. I think it made for a bit of an interesting game. Although it didn't last long because then, as we discussed, Okie just like strategy Jay. So good.
Yep.
But yeah, I really enjoy actually spectating, especially when there's other people also watching because you get like a live commentary.
Oh, it was so good.
I remember the last UHC from UHC 3 2 years ago. I died reasonably early in that, and being able to spectate that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Just like I said, just all the different teams and being able to follow the teams.
I'm sad because I fell asleep for that one.
Did you?
So I didn't get to spectate really.
Oh, that's right, because you died real early on. You were from a skeleton, that's right, with Kellen
and then I kind of fell asleep and woke up after it had ended.
Dear. Oh, well. But yeah, that was a good one. But I guess that brings us to Jay, which is a bit of a mystery, because you were on your own the whole time, got really low on health, and then, right at the very end, you rocked up and teamed up with Yog when I gave you my stuff. Where were you? Did you spawn in the east?
Up and down so much.
I spawned. Hang on, let me cook. Yes, I spawned in the east.
So you had to climb up that cliff face?
Yep.
Because there was a huge. So spawn was like a village, like a really high up, kind of like these mountains. But then it had a huge, just vertical cliff down to a forest, which I really wanted to explore. That forest looked really cool.
So gorgeous.
But yeah, did you seemed to kind of just keep to yourself and showed up?
You say you didn't do much to get that far. I did jack. I spawned in. It's funny when the chunks were like still loading, and there was that brief moment where we could like only see the chunk we were in. I was seriously in a 16 by 16 flat area of snow, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so fun.
Just blind.
No, but I spawned near a forest, and I was able to like start getting geared up. But if you watch my replay, like I kept getting screwed over by skeletons.
Oh
like,
yeah.
There were some like Little was watching the stream and like vouched for this. There were some that just felt like really weird. I'd like block and then the arrow would like go through the shield, like
like a weird lag thing.
Kinda, yeah. Which I mean, it you can't help that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it was really funny because like the entire UHC, I would like get super down on health, and then I'd fight to find apples and gold, and then I'd regen health, and then it'd sink again, and then I'd regen, and then I'd sink again. And it was very back and forth. I almost got hit by the border once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was maybe 50 blocks away. So like,
wow,
I had that red haze around my screen.
Oh yeah, that's if you're within 100 blocks, I think. So you were right on its doorstep.
But yeah, I stayed solo so long, crept up the mountain, and then I saw it. I like crept up near where the village was, kind of the back of it, and so I saw everybody out in the field, just like running around, and I was just trying to hang back, see what would go down, and then like I saw you and Yog almost on full health, you on 1 heart, and I was like, wouldn't it be really funny if I shot him and killed him?
Yog and I had just teamed as well, but we didn't realize. So Yog was still attacking me, and once I clicked, I was like, wait. After he like it was so he got me down to 1 heart, and at that point, that's when I was like, okay, time to make a decision here, because oh my gosh, Kyle saw it happen. We had 2 apples each, and I ate one, and I got down to half health again. And I went outside one of the village houses and got on my horse, and I gave the horse my apple.
No.
Oh gosh, and I was like, well, that's it, I'm done. Because I had no way of healing, and I was like, yeah, no, there's no coming back from this, and long behold. But I'm surprised that, like, when Galaxy and Yog were chasing me around, the donkey was just fast enough that I could keep out of range. Then I made the stupid decision to jump, and then there was weird lag, and gosh. But I'm very excited to edit the replay down and get that. But I'm glad to hear that, we had you, Jay, and Okie streaming, and then Yog and MC recording too. And I don't know if anyone else did. I think TC said he did, but missed the first hour or something of the game in the recording. So yeah, we'll see. But it's always good anyway, just to. We have these memories now and bring everyone together and, then look at it again.
No, I really enjoy these UHCs. It's good to see everyone.
I'm hoping next time we can bring more. We tried to, but we didn't really get any attention. But getting people who don't want to play UHCs, just getting them to come and spectate and just to be there and stuff. But this was a bit of we had so much going on with, Community Server 2 ending and then this project server starting and Project BTA and all of that we didn't really get into development until a little bit later on for this, so didn't quite get a chance to reach out and give as much notice as we would have normally, but it doesn't matter, we still got heaps of people showed up and had an awesome time, so
it was good.
It was a great time. I just realized I have no clouds on my game, which is interesting.
Oh.
Anyway.
I definitely see them.
But yeah, so definitely anyone listening or watching the podcast, go check out. We'll have a YouTube playlist on this YouTube channel here with all of the uploaded videos, and we'll try to remember to link Okie's Twitch replay if we can't figure out a way here. But yeah, well, is any other highlights from the UHC worth
I was
mentioning?
so close to that frozen cave. I went back and spectated at the end. I was 10 blocks away at one point.
Yeah, so there was I think it was called a Frost Fire Cave. It's part of Terralith, so we could find them on here. But it also had a ancient city as part of it.
That's the one that ACG must have been at.
Nice glider, Yog.
Because I heard him talking, and I thought it was Jay at first. And then I was like, oh no, is this someone in a team? And then I was like, is that someone? And then it went quiet.
I loved the It Takes Two concept.
I loved it, yeah.
It was so fun. Being solo, one of the conversations I kept having with chat was I was debating whether or not I wanted to go up to the surface to find other people. Because I'm if I find a team, I'm screwed. If I find a solo player, it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was like when I was initially. Yeah, when I was initially looking for teams, there was nobody had teamed yet when I was heading to spawn, and then Yog and Galaxy I think were first to team. So then I was like, okay, well I can still find somebody, but I know if I come across Yog and Galaxy, I'm probably screwed. So it's kind of a little bit of a gamble on who you're going to find. But
exactly.
A lot of people weren't teamed until the very end, so it was interesting to see how it all played out.
Yeah, and then I saw that Spawn had all the oak trees, so I knew I had to burn them down.
Yeah, those beautiful, beautiful trees.
But it didn't burn as well as I hoped.
No, so it just ended up looking all scraggly and kind of crappy.
And as soon as I did that, I dug away, and 2 minutes later, Carl was asking who was burning it down.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I was happy I wasn't there.
But no, it was a good time. Yeah, we will hopefully, we're talking about doing a full community UHC at the end of this year, maybe around December. We'll just see how things line up and how that might work. But that would be good. We haven't done a community UHC in a long time, so
yeah,
could be quite interesting. But yeah, good times. Oh well, that covers the UHC absolutely. yeah, I guess should we talk a little bit about what's going on with Existence at the moment? We've talked about it a bit with the means of we had the anniversary and then we had the closing of Community Server 2. But yeah, as mentioned, we're here on Project New Dawn, our latest and greatest project server. Okie, this is your first time on the server.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's pretty nice, other than having to get from spawn to here, but
To be
we had a
fair,
lot
if
of troubles.
once you know how to get here, it's pretty easy. You just gotta, because you spawn on the mountain on the other side, so you have to kind of climb down and then take the boat across. But one of the funny things about this world that's kind of happened unintentionally is that there's little townships and stuff popping up everywhere. So instead of having like one central like spawn town, like everybody's kind of made their own little town and then are inviting people to come and join them. Unless you're MC and you just immediately abandon the area.
There was no town there. You abandoned me.
No, I was just working on other stuff. Well, the original idea was to have 2 towns. We had a big meeting back in April and that was the plan. And so when we launched the server, it's like, okay, right, we'll do a town on this side of the mountain, and a town on this side of the mountain. And then people just started making their own towns, and nobody was settling in the actual ones we've marked. And it's like, right, MC, do you want to set up this town, and I'll set up this one? And then next thing you know, MC had given up on that and left the area. But no, I actually think
we can make Quarry Town the south.
Yeah.
Town.
So Galaxy's kind of come in and gone, oh, I like the spot, I'm going to make it into a town called Quarry Town. And I think that works even better than having, like, I think we've kind of nicknamed the north of the mountain Northlands and south of the mountain Southlands. So this is the Northlands where we are recording the podcast at the moment.
Norton?
Yes, nicknamed Norton. Not officially, but it is.
Oh, there's someone on a horse.
Might be Flaxy. But yeah, so this is, as we said, this is using Terralith and Terratonic. Absolutely beautiful, stunning custom terrain generation. Very, very cool. Just breathtaking stuff, especially when you got the good render distance. But
I'm not sure if you have it on your camera account for the podcast. Probably not, but
I do.
I know, Patrick, you were playing shaders.
Oh no, I have shaders on my first person perspective, which I'll cut between.
Yep.
And a lot of people are using these, I think. Well, the reason I got it is from, Yog actually almost just before we proposed the New Dawn idea. Yog started, I think that's right, Yog, does that line up? You started your single player series?
Yes.
Using Terralith. And I swear, on Yog's life, which take that for what you will.
Not yours.
I did not copy Yog's single player series. I guess the actual origins of this is a long time ago I saw a video. It was like a half hour, 45-minute video, and it was just somebody wandering around a Terralith Terratonic world like this, with a mod for taking photos, good job, Jay, like a camera mod. And I just loved the vibe of it, and the relaxation in the terrain was also beautiful. And so we kind of proposed it as a server to go between. You guys all right? It's so hard to die on the server, yet here we are. But I just wanted to have kind of a server something we haven't done before, so this kind of ended up working out really well and gives us that time to work on Community Server 3. But so MC, I know you've kind of ventured out, and Jay, you're kind of exploring and now I've got somewhere to settle down. Yog, are you still kind of working around this kind of area?
Yeah, I haven't really gone too far out. I'm just wanna do some builds and get my house built in Quarry Town pretty soon, and then explore after that.
Nice here.
Mm.
This dock is beautiful.
It is.
So good.
So there's a whole bunch of mods too that give custom blocks. So that's how we've got these benches and these I think they're chiseled planks. But it's all server side. Yeah,
flag.
braziers. The flag, of course.
Lantern.
Yes, those lanterns are really cool.
Oh, lantern on a stick.
The lanterns are amazing.
That is really cool. But yeah, so that, and it's all server side, so you can just join with a vanilla, like a unmodded vanilla client, which makes it pretty good. But yeah, I know a lot of people have just been kind of exploring and venturing out, and yeah, I don't know, like there's no real high level commitment, so it's kind of meant to be just a casual kind of play around server. But I don't know, like Jay, what are you kind of thinking? I know you've kind of just been talking about like exploring.
So it's funny, like after Community Server 2, I almost thought I wasn't gonna play on New Dawn because of how much how much I played and how burnt out I got.
You played a lot. You had over like 1,100 hours or something.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It was my full intention to take a break from Minecraft, and when I wanted to play again, I was gonna start my own single player world.
Oh.
And then I logged on to New Dawn, and I'm loving it. It's so very different.
Yeah.
Like you said, so very different from anything we've done before. I've been taking a kind of a unique approach to playing, where I have not been mining yet. I haven't.
Wow.
Yeah, I am getting all of my things from either trading or dungeons, and
oh, nice.
It's really fun, and it's working well. Like I've gone mining for things like diorite or like tough, like more like building material things, but in terms of like mining for ores, that's all through dungeons. And it's so fun. I have like a really cool concept that I want to get to later in the season, but I'm gonna be hushy on that for now.
See how you go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as a part of the, I guess, like focus, or not focus, but like one of the ideas behind this was that people can just kind of play on here and not have to worry about like building a base or building a house. You know, you can kind of just log on here, explore, go, you know, do you ever get that times, like, I haven't done it in a while, I used to though, where I just make a random world, single player, sometimes hardcore, and just like just wander off, see what I can find and explore and live out of my inventory.
Yep.
And that was kind of the thinking with this was, you know, I just wanted to make a server where after, you know, like you said, you know, the amount of, because Community Server 2 was what, nearly 2.5 years? It was like 2 years, 4 months or something?
2 years, 5 months.
Yeah.
I believe 123 weeks.
Oh my gosh. We just needed, you know, something to slow down for a bit. And, you know, not feel like you have to build a big base and build a townhouse and build big farms. And, you know, you can just kind of do whatever. But we do have, obviously, some limitations, like we mentioned about mob spawning. So, like, there's also no nether and no end. So it's a very different kind of take it slow style gameplay. Although we have added a few things, like you can get gunpowder from mining gravel and sand in the Yellowstone biome, which is just behind us there, actually, in the mountains. You can get quartz from mining diorite and granite. And we're working on adding a few other things for like maybe blaze powder for potions and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of forcing us to change things up a bit.
Yeah.
I know MC, you've kind of gone beyond that and just managed to loot so many different dungeons and get everything anyway. Well,
just a little bit.
Is it Dungeons and Taverns is probably where you're finding a lot of those? We've got another data pack that has a whole lot of custom structures.
But they don't seem to have a good wiki, so I haven't been able to find much.
No, they've just got the Modrith, the way you say it, page, Modrith page.
But I love the mod. The structures are really cool.
It just adds more stuff to find. And like a lot of them seem to fit quite well. Like like they have either the villages in them, or like we were talking about before, like finding those deep dark kind of spawners and dungeons. And I think
it's really
someone
cool
was
'cause they're using the trial spawners. In the
yeah,
dungeons.
which makes it quite interesting.
Really cool.
I think that works really well with the gameplay too, because we're like, it's kind of semi-peaceful, but if you want to go find mobs, you can go find the dungeons and the spawners and stuff like that. But otherwise, you can just sit out here with Yog on the wharf and just chill. So many people have got the insomnia advancement for not sleeping for 24 hours real time, because you just don't need to sleep. That's good.
Found a creeper spawner.
Did you?
Yep.
I hope you mark those coordinates, because that'll be... Well, we don't have elytra, so the demand for gunpowder is not very high, I suppose.
That is true.
MC, your mic switched.
MC's microphone has been topic of discussion this whole morning. So, since we started the UHC, I was saying to everybody at the start of the UHC, it was like, for a community of people that originated from content creation, how is it that so many of us still struggle with good audio quality? But technical problems will never subdue. So yeah, it sounds good.
I need to buy a new microphone.
No, you don't. You've got the same as mine. You just need to work it better.
Well, the cord always falls out, and I've got two different ones. I think it's the actual microphone.
Blue tack. But yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, I've hardly played on here. I've just been so busy with, developing it for starters. Basically developed most of it in a week, and then developed the Reunion UHC in another week, and I've still got my final video for Community Server 2 to make. And then we're going to do the world tour for Community Server 2. And I guess that's a good segue on to, then I'm going to Melbourne. Going to Australia. So we'll have the, we talked about this a little bit in the end of the Community Server 2 town tour. But we're going to have the first, I guess, technically official, because I'm there, Existence meetup. After only 8 years. But because we've had like plenty of people from Existence have met before, like in the States and stuff like that, particularly, which is so cool. But I'm finally going to actually get out of New Zealand and go meet people. So, yeah, Australia is the start. I'll be there for just under a week. Going to meet up with MC, Pineapple, and Banana Bubble.
Banana.
Yeah, so that's going to be an awesome couple of days of hanging out, and then I've got some family over there too. So that's going to be a really cool trip. And then, we lost Yog.
Oh.
I'm still here.
But there we are.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, we've found if you log out while sitting on these benches, it doesn't end well.
What? Wait, can you...
Oh, you can cut the backs off the benches.
Huh.
The more
I'm sorry,
you know.
what?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh, nice.
But
But yeah, so Melbourne, Australia, having a little Existence meet up there, and then and we were talking about doing a real life podcast,
IRL
podcast, which is definitely plausible. We'll see how we go with it. And then I head back to New Zealand, and then 2 months later, end of October.
Oh, that's crazy.
I fly to Amsterdam and have a meetup with all of the Netherlanders, including Kaney, who I've known since before Existence. Yep, who has been following me since before Existence, and Marco. And we'll see whoever else is around, but yeah, that's going to be awesome as well. That'll be a complete change of scenery for me. Find my way around the Netherlands. And then about a week or two later, I head over to Denmark and spend a week with Yog, who is now it's Yoglington it's Yoglington. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you changed skins. That looks so cursed.
That's so cursed.
But yeah, so this is the year of meetups, really, and it corresponds nicely with actually a month away now will be the 10-year anniversary of mcpeachpies on YouTube.
Oh wow!
So it's just been that's quite a milestone. Cool. So I'm kind of thinking of it as that, as kind of a bit of a correspondence for lining up with that, a little bit of a celebration, finally meeting all of my friends that I've made after 10 years on here, 8 years of existence.
Yeah.
And then I kind of casually dropped that for the 10th anniversary of existence in 2026. My God. Hoping to potentially head over to the United of States and finally meet the majority of people over there. So we'll see how that goes.
I would be interested in that.
Oh yeah, make a joint trip.
Let's have everyone
United
come.
States.
Wherever required. I literally this is purely just an idea at the moment.
Sorry, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know we got a lot of people in what is it, the Midwest? Is that a term?
Yep.
Yes,
sir.
So we'll see how that goes. But the States, I feel like, is a bit easier to potentially, especially for the 10th anniversary of existence, maybe bring Kyle down from Canada and stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. But again, that's purely, literally, the sentence is all I've thought of for that. I haven't made any plans at all. It's still a long way off, 2.5 years away. But yeah, being able to definitely get to Europe and get to Australia this year is going to be very exciting. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Very fun stuff.
Yeah, it's exciting, and it's coming up quick. It's all happening very, very quickly. I guess that's just the way it goes sometimes. But no, oh well. But yeah, I've rambled on and on and on. Well, all of us have been around the existence parts for a while. But Okie, what have you been up to when since you since probably last UHC, I guess?
Yeah. Well, I just recently graduated college. Moved halfway across the United States, and now situated. So it's been a lot the past month and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. I think I remember you seeing you posting photos of your graduation, which is awesome.
That's good.
But yeah, big move. Everyone's kind of. Yeah, I think I was saying to Jay the other day. It's crazy when you think about, when would have you joined Existence, Okie? Was it Legacy Season 2?
Yes.
So that was
on YouTube.
2017? 17 or 18, I think.
Yeah, wow.
Which was, now it's 2024. That was 6 years ago. 6 or 7 years even. To think everything that's happened in the world and to all of us in that time is kind of crazy. I don't know. I struggle to really acknowledge how long all of this has been going on for and the fact that we're still here today.
Oh yeah, so much has happened over the years.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky, really, that we've just been able to have this community that's,
we're all still together.
Wanted to keep things going and, continuous evolution of the server. Wide bench. Oh, but oh gosh, it's a good time. Very, very excited to see how New Dawn goes, and eventually we will. Sideways chair. We'll get into Community Server 3, which we haven't got any plans for yet. I don't know. Is there anything that you guys kind of like? Well, Okie, I guess it's a bit funny because you haven't really been around Community Server 2 either. I don't know. For Community Server 3, what are we hoping for?
I haven't really thought about it, I suppose. I'm just chilling with this. I mean, I love the custom stuff in this, like the biomes and the structures.
I feel like though,
I don't know
for the main server,
though.
yeah, like that's always been my thing with modded servers and stuff, is that I've never really got into them because I like to take the game for what it is at face value, which is kind of always why I've pushed for a very vanilla-esque main server. It's been a point of debate multiple times. But
Well, I like that you don't have to join with a modded client for this.
yeah, that was
So
kind of one of the main things with it that we wanted to keep focused on. Make it easy.
Yeah, because I think that's what happened with like Create. Is I think it adds that little bit of a barrier.
Yeah, and saying that though, Create was definitely like a mod pack server, you know, like it was. Whereas like BTA was kind of like you couldn't just get the beta, beta Minecraft, you had to get the modded beta, which is a little bit of a thing to set up. But we still had quite a few people on there, but definitely for, outside of the community server when we're doing just this placeholder, so to speak, server. You want it to be easy.
Yeah, I'm really vibing with it though. I like it.
Oh yeah, I'd be curious to see how things go.
As far as I've seen on the staff side of things, I think the Fabric server, rather than the paper we were using, I feel like that's going pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I think what Galaxy's told me is that like the mechanics of I don't really get it all, but it might affect like people like Evelyn and stuff and Howler who do more technical stuff. But apparently the mechanics of the server run a lot more truer to vanilla, as well as it allows us to do a little bit more. But it's a bit of a change. So yeah, we usually have always had the servers on paper with plugins, but now this is a Fabric server with a few mods. No, but it seems to be running fine. Like we managed to find alternatives for our moderation tools and scoreboard, tab list. So we've pretty much got you wouldn't know realistically that it was, apart from all the custom items. But you wouldn't know it was modded unless you were told. But I think I definitely see on Community Server 3 having the modded server makes a lot of sense. Are you trying to get the armor stand on the campfire? Is that what's going on here, MC?
I'm just messing around.
But
about to die.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought greatly about Community Server 3 yet. I don't know, Jay, you seem to be a bit of an ideas guy. What are you thinking? Like, what is... That's one thing I'm just not sure about at the moment is we had such a non-stop long time on Community Server 2. Where do we go from here? What do we do? Project Superflat says Yog. Thought about it. Thought about like a legitimate Project Superflat, but I don't know. The only kind of plans I have at the moment is maybe like a town with like a central point and then building out from that point rather than like all our other towns that are kind of like skewed, well, we had the inlet, which kind of feed into that on purpose, Community Server 2. But like, I look back on Legacy Season 3 where we had 0-0 as the spawn point with those crisscross rivers. And that worked kind of well, but again, it always kind of ends up skewing a little bit. But I don't know about biomes, I don't know about terrain, I don't know about any of that stuff. No idea.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, with the main servers, it's always like best to keep it more on the, I guess, call it vanilla side of things. Not that we haven't strayed from that in the past. Like last season, we had vertical rails, we had zip rails.
Yeah, but nobody ended up using anyway.
Very true.
But yeah, don't shy away from it.
I think what New Dawn is doing for our community is it's almost like sparking up new concepts for things. Because like I mean, for one example, take poly decorations. Like that is arguably more of a vanilla-like thing. So like I know Galaxy suggested, hey, maybe that alone is something we do for CS3. Possibly something to talk about. But like the things in there are like just different enough where we can do more with the game. We can there are more tools for creativity, which I think is awesome.
Even
another
like
thing
the
that
multiple towns idea from here.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
It's
like
great how people have been shooting off, making their own stories.
I almost wonder if CS3 doesn't have a town. I wonder if all we do is maybe make a large
like
town
spawn
hall
area.
like we had on CS2, but like actually develop it fully. Or I wonder if we have just a small community area where we have like a smaller town hall, a smaller mail system where maybe like on here we've thrown around the idea of delivering mail rather than having one centralized post office. Like I wonder if CS3 is the community server where town becomes non-existent and we all kind of branch out a little bit. Not so far that it eliminates the social aspects of playing on a server, but like having multiple places and making travel more of a thing. I mean, even if it is with an Elytra, having that access to that back, like, I think it's so cool having, like, what is it, the Crimson Patch far west, and then you can start riding along, and all of a sudden you've reached the Caney's Arcane, whatever Caney's doing there. Then you ride further, and you've hit Little's Crow's Hill. Like, it's so cool having all of these separate creative areas, but still having them.
Yeah, whereas like on Community Server 2, it definitely felt like, you know, like you had the spawn town, and then the rest of the world, until you reach someone's base, it just kind of felt empty.
Yep.
You know, like even say, I don't know, flying to TC's base or something, you know, everything in between was just dead terrain. Like there was nothing there, nobody was doing anything, nobody had any reason to go there. Like, and I feel like that happens with every world, every server. It's kind of like you have people's bases in a central town, and then the rest of the world's like just nothing. Which is why I kind of liked with Community Server 2, one thing we did have, more so at the beginning, but you could boat everywhere, just about. You could boat from town all the way into the ocean where the stronghold was and stuff like that.
I was thinking about this earlier today, and I was thinking about how we could do paths and build bridges to places.
I'd love to do more horses. I've loved having a horse on here. It's been so much fun. Just like taking, like, even I went in and saw Jay's base area the other day, or yesterday when it was. I took my horse from here over the plains behind us.
Well, don't reveal it. No, I'm kidding.
put my horse in a hole, grabbed a boat, and then this terrain really helps too. But there's rivers that go under all the mountains, and just took the river under the mountain over to and then followed it to Jay's. And I'd love to have that on a vanilla world, and make use of like rails and stuff more.
Bridges.
I don't know. I've really enjoyed not having the nether in the end. Like it just feels so much more grounded in a way. Like I'm not saying that for Community Server 3. I think like we were saying, keeping that more vanilla, taking Minecraft at face value. But just like it was one of the things that people really jumped on when we were developing New Dawn, or we had the first community meeting about it, was people really kind of jumped on I'd love to like make more railways and have more pathways and use horses and, you know, experience travel differently. And it's really been quite cool to see that actually kind of coming to be. I know Caney and I think ISO have gone like they've tuned it up to 11, and they've planned out a whole railway system. And I'm like, that's really cool, but maybe do a smaller railway and save the big one for Community Server 3 so you're not burnt out on railways. But we'll see what happens there. I definitely want to build a railway from Northlands to Southlands under the mountain. That's my plans anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff from here I think will be cool to see. Like you said, Jay, how'd you put it? Like, a lot of ideas are growing here, and
yeah, a lot of
letting
concepts
people experiment.
Experimenting. Perfect word. We're trying things out here that we wouldn't normally try on a main server, and it's giving us more ideas of what we could do on the main server.
Yeah. I think in a way too, like, it makes the world feel more personal and like bigger. It's bigger, obviously, huge mountains and all that, but smaller in a literal sense. No, not a literal sense. I don't know. I just feel like over the past, I don't know, maybe 4 years, and don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing it by any means, but Minecraft just feels like there's too much to keep track of. There's so much in the game now, like, you know, you've got ancient cities, you've got trial chambers, you've got all the nether stuff, you've got in cities, you've got, you know, then you've got little things, you've got brewing, you know, you've got redstone, you've got farming, you've got animal breeding, you've got village trading, you've got elytra, rocket farms, and you know, it all, there's just so much in the game.
Crafters into the mix.
Yeah, crafters. Oh, there's so much in the game. And so what I've really enjoyed about New Dawn is that you've able to remove so much of that and just kind of like, you know, like Yog, you were saying, you know, I just want to go build stuff. Jay just wants to go explore. Evelyn wants to do everything that they normally would be able to do in vanilla with the limitations that I've limited them and restricted them by.
Baby.
Yeah. But it's just funny watching everyone play this game differently and seeing how the restrictions, I guess it's the best way to put it bluntly, that is now on the server, how people are adapting to that. But speaking of Evelyn and their ever journey into capitalism, I would love to see Community Server 3, and I feel like Jay, you might back me on this. I'd love to see more community farms, community village areas, you know, community resources. Holy thunderstorm.
Oh, you want to get lightning shocked?
Actually, I want to test something while we're thunderstorm in-game.
So do I.
Patreon exclusive. Because why not? We haven't done one in a while.
Bonus clip.
But I got struck by lightning, that's all you need to know.
No.
So did Okie.
And Okie just did again.
I think I lost my helmet, but oh well. But yeah, what were we saying, Jay, about community farms and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. So I believe we had plans for community farms on CS2. Like when we were originally planning like what's going to go around this area. And they just never took form. They like
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of started doing things different to what I guess we like, which absolutely nothing wrong with that. It just meant that some of the things that we had like drawn up didn't come to be, and I feel like we had talked about having like building community farms through the whole season as well. Like, oh, we should build some crop farms here, and then it just kept changing.
Yeah. So it'd be really cool to see that kind of focus, because I'll be honest, like as much as I love shops and I think there's a place for that, I kind of get sick of when it's like,
oh yeah, I would,
you know, when it's something like, you know, you could make a, you know, I think was it Legacy Season 1, we had the huge iron farm and that Sean made, and you know, and that Groover also made one as well, I think. You know, it was communal. You know, it was made, or like Pineapple's giant potato farm and the cow farm. You know, all that stuff. It was like for everybody.
Well, even
as
like
opposed to like
TC's iron farm on the Legacy Season 1.
I don't remember. Oh yes, TC's iron farm. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. I'd love to see that again. Like I can understand, you know, like even like having public trading books and stuff like that would be good. I can see like the room for that kind of thing, selling books and certain things, and
Dude, that's
but,
why I wanted to set up that shop where it's more like trading and bartering.
yeah.
versus
But if it's like a renewable resource, or like villages where you can just trade your own stuff with them.
yeah,
Like I understand that, there's a level of effort and it's nice to get rewarded for that, but also like it's nice to kind of have a community that works together to provide people things, and I don't know, we'll see. That's just more of a mindset thing, and yeah.
No, I definitely agree.
But no, looking forward to it. I'm very excited for it. And Okie, maybe we'll see you there, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'd love to.
It's always cool, like seeing people come back from days of yonder, and rejoin on the servers, and get back into things. Like ISO, I think is one of the most highest playtime on here.
Yeah,
43 versus 24.
Just got beat.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's cool, like seeing a lot of people around. Jay's already played 12 hours. I've played 7 apparently. Don't ask me how. But yeah. Oh well. I was gonna say it'd be nice to have a bit of sunshine, but no. Oh, did the thunderstorm just stop? I think the thunderstorm just stopped. I was gonna say, yeah, it would be nice to have a bit of sunshine to close off the podcast, but I think we're just gonna have to deal with the thunderstorm. At least the rain. I think the thunderstorm's gone, but we cannot sleep, so oh well. But yeah, awesome UHC, awesome New Dawn, awesome. Looking forward to the future. Did anybody else have any sort of closing remarks, so to speak?
Remember to eat your beans.
Very true. Very true.
High fiber, lots of extra nutrients and all that.
So true.
I guess we mentioned it in the opening remarks or the closing remarks of the Reunion UHC, but thank you, Patrick, for taking care of like scheduling and setting up the data pack for the It Takes Two stuff, and just pulling the entire project.
Absolutely, yeah. No, absolutely.
So
I'm always happy to put that kind of work in, because I know how much it means to everyone. It means a lot to me too, to have these kind of events for us to all to really enjoy. So
yeah, it's been really fun today.
It's been a big day.
Hey, I mean, another thing completely unrelated, a little call to action for anyone listening. If you have any ideas for things we could do for CS3, if you're part of the community, if you're not part of the community and would like to be, we would love to hear them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we'll call it there then, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well, a big thank you to all of you for joining me, and a big thank you to all our patrons. Got a few of you here actually with MC Yog, and I'll run through and thank iGalaxy, Earthy Sand, Change, Flaxy, Project, ACG, Art, Dash, HA2222, which I've been told is the better way to say that. I've always called him Marco, Kaney, Mundane, Waffle Stick. Thank you all so much. Oh, look at that. The rain has stopped.
Yay.
We are able to do everything we do because of the funding that you guys provide for our servers, and just keeping the community going. So thank you all so very, very much. My name is mcpeachpies, joined by mcnugggzs, ItsPurpleJay, Okie Toaster, and Yoglington. We'll see you guys in anywhere from 2 to 12 months.
I'll see you next time.
Right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye.